This is Stephanie from Growing with the Woodpile, and this is a 1st of August monsoon damage update and garden tour. Starting at the back of the garden, the frame has mostly held up. I do need to get new supports. When we originally built this 2 years ago, me and my son adapted these PVC pieces with screws to stay in there, and you can see that it's starting to crack. Right in there, it started to crack. Only like the T pieces and 90s did we have to make. But I did find a place online that I went to order from. Coming over here, it did split this one. And when we get closer, I'll show you why I think it's split. This just needs to be tied back up over here in the corner. But the strawberries here are taking a hit. Basil is doing great here. Basil. Do got these strawberries still left. Maybe that one will live. But there's a couple that have died. Branch right here and some tile from someone's house. It did hit us pretty hard over here. Throw that over there. Sorry, garden kitty. Didn't mean to scare you. The pepper bed is still surviving. I'm still not sure. The top damage has gone away. New growth has come in. But some of them, the leaves have this mosaic type pattern, and I don't know what to do. I'm gonna try to take a picture of it and send it in to the Maricopa plant clinic and see if I can have them help me. But push you through. Push you through. But some of the pepper plants are doing great. I'll have to get over and see what that one is. That is a Tabasco pepper. There's 2 planted on either side of the trellis, and that Tabasco pepper is doing amazing. And see, some of these are just struggling. So hopefully if I take a picture of it and get it in, they can tell me what's going on. Kiki melon here that self-seeded itself from last year has 1 and 2 on it. And I'm just kind of letting it do its own thing here. As long as it doesn't too much get into the pepper bed, you can have this and that little section as long as he's not destroying peppers. In the bed though, originally it was jalapenos, and one of the jalapenos got destroyed on its top end. It does have some new growth. This one was existing from last year, died. There was new ones right here that died. So I do have one maybe viable jalapeno plant here, and I'm hoping while I'm down to get them fertilized. Plumeria tree has this much growth on it. I never did get any inflows. It's been doing okay. I'm just letting him keep doing his thing. These pepper plants, the Mamma Mia's, although they were my favorite, are struggling with that mosaic type pattern. One of them is not. So this is why I think this tour on the cattle panel has this little bit of a rough edge right here. And I think it just caught on it and the wind just blew it. Unfortunately, I should have, so you can see the pattern on this. I should have, when I put the cattle panel, flipped it so this was in the inside. I don't think that would have prevented it. I still think it would have tore, and it wasn't very expensive off Amazon shade cloth, so it wasn't the best quality of shade cloth, and that's okay. I'm learning here. Backside of the pepper plant has basil, and I'm gonna have to come out here with a green light. I think that's some type of caterpillar eating it. Thai basil. Now, yeah, this pepper plant right here, he's not looking so good. They're not looking so good. I'm going to give them a shot of fertilizer. Hopefully we can get some new growth on them. You can really see the mosaic pattern on this habanero plant. Oh, well, hello, garden kitty. He didn't mean to step on you. Garden kitty and someone's roofing tar. This must be oregano. Let me smell it. No, that's definitely a spearmint. Thyme. This must have been the oregano. I'm surprised it died. I thought it did better in the heat. Not sure what's coming up right here. Oh, that's part of this Thai basil. Over here, the cucumbers planted in early or spring have kicked into full gear. I don't see a cucumber yet on them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 plants here. This one right here isn't doing super great, but I'm just going to let it be. I'm going to try to come out later today and see if I can tuck some of these in to see if it will trellis a little bit better. But the fact that it's so big gives me hope that maybe, oh look, here's some girl ones right here. Maybe if I find a boy one, yeah, there's a boy one right here with a little ant in it. So I'm going to pull off the flowers, but I need both hands to do that. So give me just a second to do that. So I'm just going to pull out the petals. And look at that. Much of a stem to hold on to. And I'm going to come in here and try to hand pollinate. And I lost it. So I'm going to try to either that or get a little paintbrush and come out here and see if I can hand pollinate some of these female cucumbers. So we can get some cucumbers. I know I planted some lemon cucumbers and look, more tar paper. Well, this plant tag is officially clean. So, some silver slicers, and I know I did plant some of those in here. So I'm not sure which is which. I do have these carrots, and I just need to come pull them regardless. These I'd have to find the tag on them, and finding tag on things right now are non-existent or because they seem to be wiped off. But I'm just going to go ahead and pull all of these carrots regardless and see if they're any good. I'll get more females. So, and then try to get this guy over here to trellis up a little bit better. Come on, little guy, come on. Come on. He's tangled into the carrots and to his friend. So, but, ooh, look at this pole beans. We're going to go over there and see which one this is. He has decided to also come to the party. And Yeah. Didn't think these beans would do anything. I did replant. So over here in the green stalk, must have a caterpillar problem now because I am seeing little poop on all the basil. So I am going to come out with a green light tonight. What was this? This was milkweed here, planted for the butterflies. This is a Thai basil gone to seed, and he's not pretty when he goes to seed. So I won't be planting Thai basil. I thought I had planted holy basil, but it was holy Thai basil. Holy cow. Holies. I will make myself some more mint tea while I'm here. I quite enjoyed that. I'm going to harvest some basil to take to the ranch. Yes. I did some spearmint tea also at the ranch, and that was quite nice. Over here, it just needs to be cleaned up. This is the lavender. I think that was a big black bumblebee. I think this is the lemon basil. So I will come out and harvest a bunch of that and make myself some lemon basil. Coming around the yard, you can see all the weeds that came in. Not as many as last year, but I was really hoping the 6 inches of mulch would have kept it out more. Coming down this side of the cucumbers. So this one must have been, I don't know. I don't know which one is which. I'm just hoping, since the plant looks so good, I will get some cucumbers for the first time. Huge basil plant. Oh, with the cucumber attached to him. Come on. Get off the basil. Just push him through here. I am excited. I think I will pull out my gardener book from Rustic Garden and see what I should spray these with. These are just some really big weeds. Weeding here makes me so much easier than weeding at the ranch garden. I didn't get you all the way out from the base. But so excited. I just don't know if I have any pollinators coming out here pollinating this plant. So hopefully something will come along. Now, tomatoes, not doing so well. One, the shade did completely break in here too. I'm going to see if I can at least get the stick off right there and at least tighten this up so it can be back at least somewhat shading. This is the Napa Chardonnay right here. I do think once cooler weather comes back up and I didn't cut off any of the suckers on this, that I think that some of the suckers will bounce back. Oh yeah, beans. I planted beans over here and I saw him trying to finally work its way up. Little late party he was, because I seeded again and I don't see any others over here, because I planted a couple down this back. So you can see here are the ties that were holding this up, and they were a year old, and they kind of didn't work so well. So I got one bean working here. I'm not sure if I had others in here. There is beans in here. There's a couple of beans. And let me see if I can get him over here. And over here. And over here. And hopefully they will start shooting up the trellis. But this is a black cherry here. So I'm hoping I will clean up some of this growth, retighten this back up, and hopefully some of the tomatoes will bounce back. Got some more beans here. What are these? Say these are red noodle beans. And I did like the red noodle beans. So I'm hoping they do their thing and come back up this trellis. But I do want to clean the tomato up. They're basically just like a green bean. And they're pretty cool and pretty. as they trellis up. More basil in here. Lots of basil. Let's see. Hopefully some of the green onions are making it. Oh, another garden kitty. Hi, garden kitty. Oh, I missed our garden kitties. Don't be spooky. But the green onions are, some of them surviving. They would have done better if, I don't know, cooler weather. And that one's surviving. One of these had a tomato plant. And I wonder if he died. He was at the top. Maybe I pulled him. So I don't see him. Bunch of basil to harvest to take to the ranch and make pesto. Or I could make pesto here for my husband. Coming down here, the okra. Yes, I somehow have to get this stick off here. I'm sorry. Hang on to the other side. I think I'll be able to grab it from there. Over here in this bed, not a whole lot going on. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Ooh, that may be the spinach malabar that self-seeded itself. Got something eating the basil. The lettuce that self-seeded itself out of the plant that was there, which I'm very surprised. Because you're just going to go to seed, little guy. This okra plant just decided to die. I've had a hard time with okra plants this year. Some beets that should be pulled. Let's see here. One of you even good? They're just little tiny guys. But basil. Now this okra plant finally decided to join the game. This okra plant over here decided. This basil was from last year. And I said I was going to let it go seed and flower, and then it decided to do things again. So I'll let it do its thing again. Celery, I don't think it should have been over the summer, but I let it do it. Basil. I know what you are. I'll have to do the plant app on this. So then over here are a bunch of beans. And I think I need to, what I was saying earlier, get into rustic gardening and figure out what to spray them with because they are not going to make it. I've had beans look like that before, and then I think it's white flies, and they don't do so well. 1 banana pepper left out of about 4. This marigold has decided to hang on. I don't know what you are, so you're coming out. I did replant melon in those, and nothing happened. So, yeah. Pear tomato is holding on. This in here is the red Carmen Italiana pepper, which I really quite like. And hopefully he hangs on. Yeah, pear tomato. These beans are blue pole beans. So, you know what? You did tether yourself in the wrong spot there. You tethered yourself to the front. So I might try to untangle him and get him back on this back panel. Sun gold there. So this is what I was talking about right here. This damage right here, I usually think is white flies, and it takes out the beans. So it just sucks all the life out of them. And there's an ant pile there in the corner. But these ones up here look good, so maybe I can somehow get them sprayed and they will bounce back. Beans over here along with the one huge cucumber plant and a basil plant in it. So I will try to untangle you from each other. These were my pole Robeson tomatoes, and they didn't make it. So, yep, they didn't make it. Need to pull those out. Zinnia plant that self-seeded itself. I'll let it go. This was the habanero, not habanero, this trick or treat, along with a red pepper that was supposed to be the sweetest pepper. So let me. Zinnias are kind of a pretty flower, but an ugly plant. It dries and it gets tall and spindly, and anyways. But he self-seeded himself. I let him do it. I think it's the liaison pepper. I'm not sure. He was nice. Big, probably like a 3-inch, and sweet. Over here is okra and roselle. Coming down here, this was red orange bites. I haven't had any bloom yet. Back on this side is, well, first garden kitty. Oh, yeah, you gonna move for me? Okay. And the roselle has taken over the potato bed. I didn't have any luck with potatoes. I had one tomato in there, and he died, which is fine. It's fine. He can die. But look at these 3 roselles that are kind of a pretty plant, and never grown them before. So exciting. Over here was the cucamelon that I think it must have had a tubular and sent up its own root system, and I've decided he can have the bed. I'm giving it to him. And I think I'm in an Alpine. Oh my goodness. Got some purple basil over here. Yes, the cucamelon. Purple basil. This is eggplant, and the eggplant has come in and is loving life. Over here is also eggplant and eggplant. So I have them in 3 different beds. I picked these beds because you can year round them, and when I take down the shade when it cools down, this gets the most sun. So that's why I picked these beds. These are peppers. There is one a lunchbox pepper in here, and some bell peppers. I think this is the lunchbox pepper right here. Yeah, the lunchbox, and that's a bell pepper. Coming down here, I planted beans in here and nothing came up, so I'm not quite sure. I think I kind of want to reset this bed almost. I want to, leave the basil and the eggplant. I want to put in a bunch of compost. I do finally have chives, so I will leave the chives, but just the green onion probably came to its lifespan here. It has lasted over a year, so I'm very lucky. But I haven't decided what I want to put in this bed. The back side of the cucamelon, you can see the sun damage, but that's okay. I do need to help him go up the vine and not on the ground and attach himself to things. This is one big eggplant here. So coming down the last couple of beds, we talked about him and him. This was some type of squash. I want to say it was the lemon squash. Oh, hello, Mr. Black Bumblebee. Hi, you're scary. I'm pretty sure this was a lemon squash. Ants are crawling all up and in it, so hopefully, no, they didn't do their job and pollinate. So hopefully a few of them will. That's a male flower, but I don't have any females open. Walmart sack from the blowing of the wind. So this is one pole right here that fell down, and the structural damage of the big windstorm. So I need to get that back up. These are snake beans, and I want to see if I can get them. This is so scary. He's doing this. Bye. Don't. Oh, no. You just keep doing your thing. I'll back away. Okay, you go that way. I go this way. So over here, more basil, pepper plants that have a mosaic pattern. This is my sweet my sweet bed, and these are my shishitos that I really, really want to work. A snake bean here that kind of trellised himself weird, but there is one other bean in there. I'm hoping some of the peppers survive. I would love to have peppers and tomatoes of what I want out of my garden, and I'm not quite getting that yet. Over here, there's 2 pepper plants that have survived. However, not sure if I'd plant all these melons here next time. Over here is a squash. I don't think this was the Getty squash, but I could be wrong. And, oh, I was wrong. This is the Getty squash. He's trellising himself backwards. Not sure if he's gone over here. Looks like he has. So I will see if I can gently pull him out of there. There we go. And bring him over here. Don't want him. He has a huge, like, baseball bat size. Oh no. Wonder why it smelled sweet over here. And there's a ton of ants and an exploded melon. So another type of squash in here. I'd have to look at my records if I can't find a tag. Do have one fiber melon down here. So I'll probably pull him off and get gloves and pull him off and get him out of there. The carrots right here, I was waiting on them. I pulled some last time I was down. He tickled me and I thought it was the bumblebee. Pretty sure this was dill or fennel. So that is why it smells sweet like melon. Garden kitty. People's tiles from 2 roofs down from the storm. A scallop squash in here. You can tell it keeps getting, at least there's a milleflower. Hopefully these will open up in the next day or 2 so I can pollinate while I'm here. Yeah, Kajari melon there. Not sure what type of melon you are, but you're not trellising up like I wanted you to. So I'll go ahead and feed you through. And my favorite chair has house tiles on him. You're falling all down in there. So maybe I can try to, oh my goodness. There is a house tile there, huge one. Should go down and film that neighbor's house. Don't see a melon in here. Don't see melons in here. So I'm pretty sure these little leaves were the sugar baby watermelon. And I don't believe you got pollinated. You were upside down, so I doubt it. And I'm gonna pull that melon. It's yellow and I don't know what it is. I need a better tag system. A sea of vines in here. But that is the back garden tour. We'll shoot up front real quick and show you the sunflowers that are growing. Do need to make a plan. If I have the energy to oh no. I don't like that melon is going through. It's another Roselle plant here. Let's see. There's more house tiles, more house tiles. My husband said that it actually came and right here you can see where they hit the wall. And up here. All right, let's go see if we can find the house.